welcome back to my channel. My name is Abik for anyone of you who don't know me or like are new. So if you're new, you probably aren't subscribed, so subscribe like right now. Also, you're probably gonna like the video, so you might want to like the video as well. But today, I basically want to talk to you guys about like pre-workout and like what you should be eating in your pre-workout meal. But before that, I hope you guys enjoyed that squat PR video. 335 pounds, 40-pound PR, I think, before I hit 295. But yeah, let's get talking about the pre-workout meals. All right, so first things first, before I get started, just know like there's no like one set guideline of how much everyone should be eating of something. So I'm gonna be talking about like how much carbs, protein, and fats I personally eat. So obviously there's no one set guideline, like I said. So you want to kind of like take it and like test it and try it out for yourself. Everyone's a little bit different. Everyone responds a little bit differently. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. Like you don't have to take this exactly as I've like exactly as I've said it. Number one, when should you be taking your pre-workout meal? So basically you want to have it like 30 to 90 minutes before your workout. You want to give it enough time to digest, especially like the closer you're eating to your workout, you want to eat that much less, or make sure like it's fast digesting. Because obviously when you're digesting food, like the blood is going to be in your stomach, and when you're working out, I'm assuming you want to get a good pump. So yeah, you want the blood to be flowing to your muscles, not stuck like in your stomach. So if you want a good pump, get a good pre-workout meal and then let it digest, and then you'll be good. All right, so the first macronutrient, protein, which is always on everyone's mind, especially on mine because I'm a vegetarian. But so how much protein should you be eating? So protein, you want to have like 20 to 30 grams. You don't need to have anything crazy for like any of the macros, carbs and fats and proteins. You don't need anything crazy. So just 20 to 30 grams before your workout. For me, I personally have like a scoop of protein powder, and that's going to depend on your caloric intake, your like how big you are. So yeah, like for me, like a scoop of protein is fine, 25 grams. That's perfect. And here's the reason why you should be having protein. It's literally like the building block of your muscle. So if you don't have protein in your system, how are you going to build the muscle, right? Also, like, so I take kinesiology, if you guys didn't know. I'm majoring in kinesiology, and we were actually in class and we looked over a study, and it was like male subjects who were given protein pre and post workout versus subjects who were given protein at the beginning of the day and then before they slept at night. And obviously their overall protein intake was like adequate, and everything was good. Everything else was like the same. So the pre and post protein group had much more significant muscle gains compared to the other group. So kind of protein timing is a little bit, I shouldn't say significant, not significant, but they did have more muscle gains. So meal timing can be like critical, especially like if you're in those advanced stages, when like every little thing matters. But it doesn't really matter in like beginning stages. But if you're working out in the morning like I do personally, then it does matter. You shouldn't work out on an empty stomach. It's just not, you're just not going to perform well. Our next macronutrient is carbs, and you don't need a lot of carbs. Again, like I said, 30 to 40 grams should be good enough. Like I know like a bunch of people always like, when it's like leg day especially, like they go crazy on carbs like before, and it's just like you're not going to be using those carbs. You're not going to be using all those carbs basically, and you're not even going to be using the carbs from that meal. Probably you're probably going to be using carbs from that's already like stored in your system. So like for example, like I work out in the mornings, I have a banana in the morning. So like I'm not going to be using just that banana. I obviously have carbs stored in the system that I will be using during the workout. And so 30 to 40 grams is like good enough. Like you don't need to like go crazy on them. All right, last but not least is fats. So fats, you want to have about like 5 to 10 grams. Obviously, I said like adjust based on how you feel. So personally, my full pre-workout meal is protein shake, banana, and like a handful of almonds. So the reason you want to have fats, just 5 to 10 grams, is because when you have the carbs, your insulin is gonna spike. What the fat is gonna do is it's gonna slow down how quickly the the glucose hits the bloodstream. So if you've ever had a high carb meal, for example, and you notice like you feel good at first, but then afterwards you feel like sleepy, that's basically because your insulin spikes and then it crashes. And what the fat is going to do is it's going to slow that down, so that the glucose hits the bloodstream much slower, and you're going to have like a steady like release, which you're going to feel much better, much better like release of energy. But yeah, that's why you should have a little bit of fats in your pre-workout meal. Yeah, so I think I basically went over everything. So that's it for this video. I wanted to give some sort of like tips or information in this video, not just a squat PR video. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Like the video. If you found it helpful, subscribe to the channel. And that's pretty much it.